Hey guys, welcome to my fabulous world. Another day, another opportunity to connect with you. And today I'm talking to a young man who is making waves in the field of education. This is a young man who noticed a need, and whilst he was still at high school, and he started a tutoring school. Of course, he's from Venda, but I want him to introduce himself, and his name is Edwin. But before I introduce you to, I show you Edwin's face, I want you to click subscribe. Hey, don't just do that, right? Tell your friends, your family, your pastor, and your neighbors to also click subscribe. We need more subscribers. We talk more about education. We talk about things that advance ideas in the field of education, higher education. So please join us and click notifications so that you know when we have a new episode dropping. Edwin, how are you?
I'm doing good.
I've heard so much about you, and so it's good to meet you finally.
It's good to meet you too.
You started a tutoring service whilst you were at high school.
Yes, while I was in grade 11.
I'm going to ask you to speak louder. Also at grade 11.
Yes.
And why?
You know, I saw that people are struggling out here, and in South Africa, we have a lot of students that are struggling. So, I just wanted to come to Gauteng, from Limpopo to Gauteng, so I can help Gauteng to improve in the results. So I also saw that we have 4 groups of people that I'm helping that are struggling in academics, such as primary and high school graduates, undergraduate and postgraduate. So and so that we have high unemployment rate due to education, dropout from school, people are leaving school due to lack of support, due to lack of resources.
But
that
let's
we have.
start at grade 11. You don't have a matric.
Yes.
And which subject did you start with to tutor?
I was tutoring mathematics and accounting, economics and business studies.
Was it because you were the top student or you had time in your hands?
I was because I was top student, so people saw the opportunity for me to help them. So even me by looking at them, I saw opportunity to learn more.
Okay, so people started coming to you to ask your peers in your class.
Yes.
And so from helping your peers, you went on to help other people outside your classroom.
Yes.
And then outside the school.
Yes.
So by the time you did grade 12, how many students were you helping? Like how many people? Or
I can say I was helping an entire school.
wow.
Because I was a president and also helping by studies. I was helping the entire school.
You were president of the SRC.
Yes.
And so you were helping the entire school. Were you teaching during the maths period? It would be you teaching.
Yes, if my teacher is not available, I will teach during study times. I'll be teaching, and also in grade 12, I used to do cross nighting. I have to sacrifice my time and go to school at night, and we cross night. It means I'm using my time to cross night. We are studying. We are that's how I used to teach.
So you need more time to study and then teach other people.
Yes.
Your teachers were not concerned about that. Your math teachers didn't think, you are taking our jobs, or you think you are better.
Yeah, we were fighting a lot, but when we are 2 of us, because I used to like me most, when we are 2 of us, he will encourage me to push harder, and he was my role model.
Okay.
But when we are in front of people, doesn't want to show me that I am his favorite learner, because he doesn't have favorite learner. So we'll fight in front of people, then I will get it. But when we are 2, he encourages me to go for
Okay. And then you passed matric. You probably, of course, got distinctions in those subjects that you were teaching. You got 100%.
Yeah, I passed well.
And then you came to Wits.
I came to Wits.
And you're studying, what are you studying?
I'm studying bachelor in accounting.
Accounting. What do you want to do with it?
My aim was to be an entrepreneur.
Why do you say your aim was to be an entrepreneur?
Because I love doing business a lot.
You still are going to be an entrepreneur. Okay, so you're not going to be a CA, or you become a CA and then go into entrepreneurship.
Yes, my dream is to be an entrepreneur. But if it's taking me to be a CA, I will pass through. But my aim is to reach.
Your goal is to reach there. So you come to Wits, you register a Bachelor of Accounting Sciences. People don't know you here. The people that you were teaching are back in Venda.
Yes.
Then what?
It took me time for people to know me. It took me almost 6 months trying to prove myself, because in Gauteng I got challenged, like we have a lot of tutoring companies, and if you're starting here, they don't know you. You have to produce results. So I started with someone from Soweto. They were coming to Wits every time.
How did you get them?
They got me online.
Or you put your profile online?
Yes, online, yeah.
Or you have a website? Did you start a website then, or you always had it?
Yeah, I always have the website.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on the website you wrote that you are helping with tutoring, mathematics.
Yeah. And also I have good recommendation from my previous clients when I was in grade 11 and grade 12. So when they search me on Google, they got me like, I have good, I can teach, they can see results, then they bring the learner. It was my first learner, that one. So I was not charging more so that like I can get, so that
and
I can
what
produce
grade
results.
was the learner?
It was grade 11.
Okay, in Soweto.
Yeah, in Soweto. Okay. Yeah. So that's why like now I saw the like that, like I really need this company more by that learner, because that learner was struggling more.
Wow.
And the mother like was also like not believing in the child. But I told them like, this child is going to be advert, because like he wanted to be advert. But let me fight hard to prove myself here. Then he got good results. That's why he represented me, that one.
So he ended up passing mathematics.
He passed well in mathematics and he represented me well. That's why like now start to get customers. And his mother was so proud.
So his mother told other people and he told other people.
Yes.
And then, so that was the first learner for the whole year. You only had that one.
Yes, I got others around December, like final.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was teaching others, but like there were few. I think there were 2.
And then the second year you had, from there, after this learner passed, how many did you have?
Second day, like that's where like now started to have many learners. I still remember like when I because I was doing economics my first year. Then I'd be like, okay, I'm at Wits, then I passed your first year, then let me expand my business to help those ones who are doing first years.
Okay.
So I started posting around Wits, posting on social media. The results were representing like me, were like that's where like I started to expand the business.
Okay. And I mean, your business expands. Your first learner came from Soweto to come to Wits for you to teach them.
Yeah.
And as the numbers increase, they all come to Wits. How do you teach them? You spend an hour with one, an hour with the other, or they all go into the same group?
I used to others like were scared to come to Braamfontein as Johannesburg. I have to travel. I was alone, so I was working alone. I have to travel from here Johannesburg to Senten, from Senten to Winchester to Thokoza to.
To go and teach them. And how long would you spend with the one learner?
Maximum was 2 hours, 1, 2, like that.
Okay. And so you schedule them that way.
Yes.
And in the meantime, you are also doing your own studies.
And my own studies. Until like I saw that like now my learners are becoming men and I can't handle it. That's why I started to employ now. I started with employing 5 people, but now I end up employing 30 people and covering all subjects that like we are doing in South Africa. So
you have 30 employees at the moment?
At the moment, yes.
And how do you ensure the quality of the work that your employees are doing?
We meet with my employees. Yeah. I train them. They must know how I teach also. My strategies, I tell them like my goal is this and this. Yeah. So they must help me to achieve those goals. Okay. By checking my employees, I have a great team there.
Okay. And are they also students?
They're also students. 100% students. Like
all that students?
Yeah.
Okay. And you increased your charging after the first learner?
Yes, I increased the charges so that I can afford to pay my my tutors.
Okay. So people, how do people get you?
They get me in different platforms: Google, Facebook, Instagram.
So they just Google maths tutor.
Edwin, like Edwin. Maths tutor, I will be available.
Your company doesn't have a name.
It's Edwin Tutoring Services.
Or Edwin Tutoring Services.
Yes.
Okay. And tell me about your teaching strategy that makes a difference in the learners. Like that learner who was struggling, the mother had given up, and in just 1 year, probably less than a year, you managed to turn things around. What is the teaching strategy?
You know, like in teaching, I had to understand that when you're teaching people, like we are different, you're built different, we are born different. Yeah. So I must teach and check the strengths of the student, weaknesses of the student, and try to meet the weaknesses of the student. So for that, my first learner, I had to compile like notes for him. I have to use different notes, compiling on my own. Then after I give him, I teach him. I told him that like they set question papers like this, we practice question papers, like until I guide him and told him like this is what comes to exam. And if I said this comes to exam, I don't mess in the exam because I already know how they set the exams. Because I take my time to study like the previous exam since 2002 until 2022. I studied all the question papers that I hear in.
Wow.
I've studied everything. I know how they set which one comes most, and I know that like in question one there'll be how many questions, and I teach most principle. If the learner understand the principle more, not to cram. I don't
Not
teach
to
to
cram,
cram.
yeah.
I teach to understand principle. Like even if they leave school, they still have that knowledge that they can explain to someone else.
Okay.
That's what like we need to learn to understand. Like we learn to understand, not to learn to cram and pass and forget. That's what like I used to. That's why like I end up like I see that like my notes that I'm giving to students, they are producing results. Imagine if I'm producing from 30% to 90 something percent or 100%.
Wow.
It means I can able. I saw an opportunity to write a study guide that I can give out to students that they can like have self study on their own. That's how I encourage. Like
And you I mean, you think the key thing are the notes that you give. Your tutors also have the notes that you give, the study guide. They all use the same study guide and notes.
Yes, they all like use same study guides, same resources that I give, and also the tutors like that I have, they are trained also because you can't just say like you got 100% in mathematics you can teach.
Yeah,
it doesn't go like that.
Yeah.
But I have to train them first, understand how they teach. They must come and teach me. Like if like they are almost like I've tutored this tutor that I have. They are every province I have a tutor.
Okay.
Every province I have a tutor.
Okay.
So from these 8 tutors. So sometimes others we meet online. They must prove it that like they can teach. They must
So
produce.
some of your tutors then are based in other provinces.
Yes.
Are they still vet students or they're vet graduates?
Others they have like students, University of Cape Town students,
Okay.
Western Cape students, like different
So they have to
universities.
be based elsewhere and they have to meet with the students face to face. The students they are helping face to face.
Yeah, we help in 3 platforms: online classes,
Okay.
face to face, and also they come to our center here in Braamfontein if like they're around here.
Okay.
So those ones who are far, such as like person who's at Cape Town, it means like have to teach online.
Okay. 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 So in your center here in Braamfontein, do they come as a group? You teach them as a group, or it's still individual?
It's still for now like as the center. I started this center like this year. So like they come one by one. So for now I want like my aim to start this center is because of challenge that I was seeing with my tutors, because they are students and they have to travel to center. They have to, we don't have any transportation to take the tutors there, so they have to go to MTN, taxi rank, British, the way like it's most dangerous to rig someone like as you like, because like that site is very dangerous. They can mug you, they can take your belongings. And imagine like if you are going to center, like you don't know this place, it's your first time going to teach there.
Okay.
And like most of my tutors, like they are female tutors, so they have to travel. So like I saw that like there's a need for me like to have a center.
So now their students come to the center.
Yeah, come to the center, but still we still travel to the like to the student places, because most of students like they want us to come to their place.
Okay.
But when times goes on, like I want to, if like we have transportation that we can transport our tutors, or for now we are still focusing like to grow the company and growing the center. That's what I'm trying to
you
do.
say you have a study guide. Is it a textbook, the study guide? Is it published? Are you selling it?
Not yet, because like I don't have fundings yet for publishing the study guide. But the study guide, like I wrote it this I prepared it this year, so I still have it. It's done. Now that's I'm in the process of publishing it, because I told the person who published the study guide. So I'm starting this month to be published. I'm taking it to the person, then they start publishing. Means in 3 months to 4 months it will be out.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. So you want to grow your company. I want us to get to the close. You want to grow your company, and you say, you keep saying I need funding. This. So if someone said, I want to contribute to your company, or I want to be a shareholder in your company. Let's say I come to you and I say, I want to be a shareholder. How do I buy shares in your company? What would you say to me?
So like if someone come like if it's you coming
Yes.
to invest in my company, I would really appreciate it a lot because
Mm.
like you'll be helping me to get fundings to grow more and to do difference in our country
Mm.
because I need someone who will help me grow in the
Mm.
company, not someone who's coming to take away from me, to drop me down,
Yes.
but someone who will help me grow to go there where I want to be, to
Mm.
help this country to improve in results. Because
Mm.
I saw that like this put like they like we are lacking in
Mm.
education
Mm.
in South Africa. So I really need fundings. If someone come to me and say like they want to buy shares, I'm willing to,
Okay.
as long as like the company grows.
But you will have to think about how much it costs.
Yes.
Why would they get into the company?
Yes.
You said a car is what you need. You have a center at the moment, so which means you're paying rent somewhere
Yeah.
to do that. And then the next thing is a car to transport your tutors.
Yeah.
Okay. And your studies, when are you completing?
I'm completed like next year is my third year.
It's your third year.
Yes.
It's a 4-year degree, right?
Yes, it's a 4-year degree.
So you actually started teaching last year. You started your studies last year.
I failed my second year due to depression and what happened like 2022. I
Okay.
struggled a lot to fight depression. Then like it affected me a lot
Okay.
in my marks. Then I dropped and failed, but I lost funding also.
Wow.
So when I lost fundings, I got kicked out from res.
Wow.
I have to go find place to rent and
Mm.
not allow myself to fall down. I need to continue to pursue my dreams. So I
Wow.
just allow that like there are challenges that I can face in life.
Mm.
But if I believe I believe most in myself that like I
Mm.
can push myself.
Yeah.
So I didn't give up on it. I'm still pushing.
That's great. So you experienced some turmoil in your second year, but you are back. But you still taught in your second year. You still continue to teach,
Yeah,
to tutor.
that's where like tutoring, that's where like I got peace. That's helped me to heal from depression.
That's
Because
good.
being with the young ones, students, is very therapeutic.
That's fantastic. Well, I wish you everything of the best. It's exciting. Of course, I talked more as if you are only tutoring, your company is only tutoring mathematics, but you actually tutor all the subjects.
Yes.
And you have these many young people who you are employing and you are empowering to do what they like, which is teaching. Why didn't you choose teaching though?
You know, teaching, like I was, as I said, like I was encouraged by my maths teacher, and
Yeah.
also I like in Venda, like I had these great teachers.
Yeah.
I was being great, like I grew up with these great teachers that like I saw as my role models. So I loved how they work,
Yeah.
how they teach,
Yeah.
how they do things, how they encourage
Yes.
students. They helped me to achieve my dreams because my dreams was to be Vets.
Yeah.
So like, because I was knowing vets when I was still friend, I was knowing vets. And so like,
Yes.
yeah, my aim was to be a vet. They helped me to reach here. So I'm like, how can I thank these people?
Mm.
And how can I share, like, because I can't just be selfish and
Yeah.
hide like this knowledge that they gave me. Let me share with other people.
Yeah.
Maybe like I'll do difference in the world. So that's how I want to, like, I'm thanking my teachers for helping me getting here where I am.
Fantastic. Edwin, congratulations on the work that you've started. Keep pushing. It's a noble cause, and there's lots of need for people who do the work that you do. I'm sure you saw the work that Edwin is doing. It's fantastic to see young people who get into entrepreneurship, making education fashionable. If you have passion, don't put it back. Passion and purpose, you can produce a lot of success. So thank you so much for joining us. Remember to be authentic because that's the only way you can deliver the best. Wish you a good week. Be you. Bye-bye.